Hi, my name is Davina and I come from New Zealand. I came to Turkey 5 months ago to receive treatment at ChemoThermia. By way of background, I was diagnosed with cancer in 2017, just after I had turned 40 and my youngest son had turned 1. I was told that my breast cancer was stage 2, 3, and that I needed treatment. So I started conventional treatment, 6 months of chemo, followed by a double mastectomy, radiation, reconstruction surgery, and hormone treatment. 18 months later, I was feeling unwell, and I was told that my cancer had progressed to stage 4. So early 2020, I started treatment for my stage 4 cancer, which had spread to my ribs, spine, lungs, chest, and some other places, and was told that it was quite aggressive and I had a limited amount of time to live. My oncologist stressed to me that the best they could do for me was to slow the growth of my cancer down, that I would not be able to cure my cancer, and that eventually I would need palliative care, and that my length of life was limited. I have 4 children who were then the ages of 8, 6, and 4. And so for me, a limited lifespan was not an option. I began researching. I know that the statistics are true for 98% of the people, but I went on a journey to find out what the other 2% were doing. I started on a raw vegan diet, no sugar, low carbohydrate. I was very lucky to have the support of a good integrative doctor who prescribed me repurposed medication and put together a supplement program for me so I could follow the Starving Cancer protocol. I had an infrared sauna and tried other methods, oxygen, hypothermia, as I was able to access them. They're not readily available in New Zealand. And together those things, along with the conventional medication prescribed by my oncologist, held the cancer off for a while. I even had a period of regression. But unfortunately, it didn't last, and my cancer began to spread again and grow. So I started to look for more answers, and that led me to research facilities. So I looked at facilities in Thailand, I looked at facilities in Mexico, mainland USA, Europe, and my husband came across ChemoThermia in Turkey. So we added Turkey to the list of places that we were looking into. Out of all of the places we interviewed and explored, ChemoThermia was the one that spoke to us the best, for a number of reasons. And I think that was because they were not so commercial in their focus. Dr. Slocum, when we spoke to him, was very direct and honest about my likely outcomes. And also, they just seemed to care about me as an individual. And I read the papers that they'd published on PubMed. I read some of the other things they had on their website, and I was comforted by what I read. Also, their protocol aligned with some of what I was already doing, what I had already researched, and what I believed in. So it was an easy fix. So during this time we were exploring facilities, I found out that my cancer had spread to my brain, and that dropped my life expectancy to a maximum of around 6 months. And so it became more urgent to do something different. I talked to my family and friends. I got their opinions. I talked to my integrative oncologist and got his opinion. And with the support of the most amazing family and friends, my husband and I managed to pack up our 4 children and move to Turkey so that I could start treatment at ChemoThermia. And Dr. Slocum had said, your cancer's spreading very quickly, it's aggressive. If you're going to come quickly, that will give you the best chances of doing well on our program. So that's exactly what we did. We've now been here for 5 months, moving countries to somewhere where they don't speak English and you don't speak their language is not without its complexities. But the staff at ChemoThermia are the most helpful people. They've helped me navigate how to do online grocery delivery for the days I'm not feeling well or I can't find the things that I'm used to finding in the supermarket, how to get taxis, how to get around, restaurant recommendations, everything. So they really care not just about the medical things, but also about your social things. So what have I found? What have I found since I came to ChemoThermia? I've found that they are actively focused on healing your cancer. I refer to passive treatment in New Zealand. I think for them, the outcome was foregone. And so all they did was manage my disease. Whereas here, Dr. Slocum and Dr. Sauti are very, I've said his name wrong, sorry. Dr. Slocum and Dr. Sali are very focused on actually trying to heal your cancer. They take every reduction in your tumour markers as a victory. And it's refreshing and it's nice to have somebody really on your side. The other thing is at ChemoThermia, you're treated like a person, not just a patient. And that's everything from the way they greet you and talk to you to the way they've supported my family. I'm here with my husband and my 4 children. So they've helped with everything from dental referrals, helping us get to dentists, to helping my son get stitches when he had an accident and urgently needed medical care, and getting me my medication when my luggage was lost, and getting other patients to help get me my medication in the UK, which is, exceptional, above and beyond. The other thing I've been able to do since coming to ChemoThermia is to relax about my treatment schedule. In New Zealand, I was responsible for sorting and remembering my integrative medication, my conventional medication, my complementary therapies, booking them, just everything, my diet. I didn't really have people that I could talk to readily about what I was doing. If things weren't working, what could I adjust and what could I change? It was all me and Google and reading papers, which was difficult. So it's really nice to come to ChemoThermia and they just take care of absolutely everything. You turn up when they tell you to turn up and they book the appointments for you. They pick you up, they drop you off, they make treatment really, really easy. I've already mentioned the staff, but they are medically really good, really supportive, but also so personable and so kind. And I think that helps make the treatment, which can be tough, a lot more palatable and easier to do. The other thing which ChemoThermia does, and possibly unintentionally, is they create a sense of community among their patients. So with the other patients who are going through the same treatment cycles as you get to know them, you get to share information with them, you get to take advantage of the information that they have. Usually we message between each other to see how each other's doing, and it really celebrate in their victories as well, which, universally for the people that I know have been extremely positive and outside of the expected norm. So how am I doing? So after 3 months, when I had my PET scan, I had my brain tumours completely clear. All of the tumours in my body were either gone or significantly reduced. and I'm positive that by the end of the program, they will be either completely gone or very, very small, marginal. I have been able to get through the treatments. They are surprisingly exhausting. I had thought that low-dose chemo would be a lot milder than the full-dose chemo, which I'd have, but the regularity and the way that they attack all the cancer problems means that you are quite exhausted from the treatments. And I've just accepted that as a time to heal and to let my body do what it needs to do. The results have been significant. One of the deciding factors in coming here was also when I spoke to Dr. Slocum. I said to him, Dr. Slocum, what is the difference between a patient who does well on your program and one who does less well, who has less success? And he told me, first thing is, follow the medication and the treatment program. Take your medication, do the treatments as we tell you to do them. He said, the second thing is have a positive outlook. And the third thing is have the support of family and friends, because that will make all the difference to your outcomes. And I think for me, that demonstrates what ChemoThermia is like, how caring they are and how they care about the whole person. And I think right off the bat, Dr. Slocum showed me that healing and treating your cancer is not just about pumping you full of medication, but it's also about how you're doing as a person and the support network you have around you. And again, that fed into my personal ethos. I'm very, very lucky to have the most amazing support crew who prop me up, and the most amazing family and friends who, whether I message them back or not, send me positivity and love and support. And I think Dr. Slocum recognised how important that is for all patients to heal and to really cure their cancer. I am so pleased with my decision to come here, and uprooting my family, moving my 4 children and husband to Turkey was absolutely the right decision for us. I couldn't be more pleased with the outcomes that I've received, and I'm very, very grateful to ChemoThermia, to Dr. Slocum and Dr. Salti and his team. They've been incredible. Thank you.